Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Real Podcast with Bandile. I know that it's been quite a long, guys, since we had another episode. So we've been, it's been busy. We've been busy traveling, shooting, and doing some other stuff, and some few other things that we are busy, preparing as a podcast as well. And we've been working as well on, towards of, bettering the look of the podcast, changing the look of the podcast and some other stuff, you know. But now we're back, we're back. We won't take any other, episode away from you guys. We promised that we're gonna be delivering each and every single week. It's been like a month now, eh? It's been like a month since we had an episode. But we promise that every week, guys, we promise to be, coming out guns blazing with all the episodes, without wasting any time. Today we have a special guest. He's an old friend of mine, Tshamano. I actually worked with him on 90 Playing Street season 4. I also did another job with him called Down So Long. We were just talking about it now, how down so long it was. So his name is Tshamano. I call him Tshamano Sebe. I'm sure most of you guys know. You will know him, but those who don't know him, you will get some opportunity to introduce himself. Tshamano, welcome, sir. How are you?
I know I'm good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
For those, first, let me just take the opportunity just to say thank you so much for just opening up your time and coming through today. I know that, we've been talking, I think before, that was prior COVID, we were supposed to do something together, prior COVID, but it didn't work out. Yeah. And then communication between us, went flat. And then I thought of you, I thought going to be doing some sort of like a second season 2 of this podcast. I thought who can I think of, would be the best. I thought of you. So thank you so much, sir, for not even hesitating, coming to, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. So if you don't mind, just for those who don't know you, I'm sure most of the people know you, but for those who don't know you, do you mind introducing yourself, just to, telling people who you are and what you do and all of that?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind to introduce myself to the ones who knows me, and then to the ones who don't know me, and then also the ones who are still gonna be born, and then they would actually know who I am. My name is Tshamano Sebe. I'm born in Soweto, Diepkloof, they call it DK, Zone 2. And then those who live there, they call it Zone 2 Yamashanga. Yeah, so that's where I come from. Born by vendor parents who actually belong to Limpopo, the Limpopo province. Yeah, the up north. Yeah, it's like up north. They call it up north. The ones who know where north that is, like Messina. That's where you find the last city of South Africa, and that's also Limpopo there. Yeah, Limpopo is big. It's bigger and bigger in Joburg, and I had actually left Joburg.
Oh, to go.
Yeah, I called it artistical exile. I don't know if there is anything like that, but
yes.
That's the term I used for myself.
Yes.
In 1983, when I left the country for good. I never thought that I would come back again. When you still remember the state of the country.
Yes.
Was still under the National Party.
Yes, apartheid regime.
Apartheid regime.
Yes.
So things were not functioning like the way they should be functioning.
Sure.
And I felt that, and I had been educated about that, luckily, through theater. Theater was my educator. You know, like, I was born, you know, like,
Yes,
through
yes.
Bantu education.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, and I lived that Bantu education. I lived literary living, you know, like living.
Yes.
You understand what I mean?
Yes, I completely understand.
Yes,
Like you, whether you lived it.
Yeah, I lived it, and then I experienced it from the childhood. I didn't know that there was a problem. Like, I guess, like just everybody else
Yes.
who's young, you never realize what kind of an environment you are living in. You sort of like accept whatever you find yourself in, whatever you are given, you take it.
Sure.
So I took it like anyone else, everyone else, but at a later stage, I then began to realize that it's not.
How it should
This
be.
life is not
How it should
how
be.
it should be.
Yes.
Then I was informed about that theatrically. The theater was my educator. You know, 1976, the uprisings, I didn't know a damn thing. And there was the uprising. And everybody was to participate. We were made to participate all. The one who refuse, then he gonna get his own medicine. You know, like you understand? It's
Yeah.
the mass protest
Yeah.
of students. Whether you know or you don't know, you protest.
Yes.
Then I was part of that too, protesting with a crowd of young students. We protested, and then
That was that was in Joburg or
that was in Joburg and
So
in
it is.
Diepkloof.
in Tipkloof.
Like I said from the beginning, I come from Diepkloof,
Yes.
and Diepkloof is part of Soweto,
Yes.
and part of Soweto, which is the closest to town.
Got you.
You know, like geographically,
Yes. Yes.
Diepkloof is the closest to town.
Yes. That's true.
Johannesburg,
Yes.
the city, and it is the closest to the mine dams.
Oh yeah.
For sure, underground.
Yes.
They've been digging underground, underground which is where we live above,
I hear you.
above the ground. You know, the golden city.
So the people are living on top and the other people are busy.
We live on top, and then the others are busy underground. And then it's only legal people, the miners,
Yeah.
the owners of the mines,
Yeah.
Anglo-American, is using our people to dig underground while they live on top of the ground. You understand what I mean?
Got you. I got you.
Yeah, that's how it has been designed, this thing. Soweto is like, it can collapse inside. I'm not saying, I'm not a prophet.
Yes.
I'm not a Prophet Bushiri or Prophet Mboro. I'm just myself.
Yeah.
Because I analyze things, you understand?
Yes. Yes.
They are like tremors that happens. You know, like a what do they call them? Like the roads, you know, like in the roads, Johannesburg.
Yes.
You know, suddenly it can like
Collapse.
it can collapse. It
Yeah,
can,
itself. And yeah. Yeah.
there could be like some.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand?
I got you. I got you.
So, and as I was like learning, you know, like it's the way I'm putting it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not correlating very well.
Yeah. No,
You know, like,
completely.
It's not synchronizing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Very well. For me to explain.
Yeah.
The process, the procedure.
No, it makes no. I completely get where you're coming from and what point you're trying to make. So at what stage, did you leave South Africa and why did you leave South Africa? You say that you went.
I went to Europe.
To Europe, yes. Yeah. So at which stage? It was what, like before you left, you went to Europe. Were you already in arts, or were you already in arts, like as a
Yes,
You already in arts?
I was in the art. I was the
Okay.
theater.
So that's what I want to know. So
was late.
at what stage did you which did you join the arts?
I joined the arts 1977
Yeah.
after 1976
Was
when there was no schools.
yeah.
There was no schools. Schools were interrupted. There were soldiers, police, 24 hours, day and night. You know, like the Caspers.
Yeah.
You know, we used to call them hippos.
Yes.
Yeah, they were like circulating, moving around the whole of Soweto. Not only Diepkloof. Soweto is big, it's massive. So they had to move the whole of Soweto. Soldiers were moving, and in the night, they come with flood lights. You know, that light, when they light you with it, you get blinded.
Sure.
And then they come for you.
Sure.
So it was like that. There was no school from June 16, 1976.
Got you.
77, then there was like a mushroom of theaters. We called them sketches that time. Why theater, I don't know. But there was a lot of theater sketches mushrooming in the township because the students were not going to school. So, you know, like young ones, they create things.
Yes.
Yeah, they play, you know, like you can go to the playground, you swim or whatever.
Yes.
But I mean, there's not much that you can play in Soweto because there are no playgrounds. You understand? There are no playgrounds.
At that time.
At that time, yes. They are, you know, like they can put a swing in an open space, but it's just a swing. It's no this swing playing grounds that we see today.
Yeah.
The children are swinging, you know, they are sliding, they are climbing, you know, like
Yes,
you know, like
got you.
You know,
So-
like all those things.
So you're saying, Tshamano, that it's almost like more like you're forced into arts. It's not something that you had a decision that okay,
I was not forced into art, but
I mean the conditions or the situations or maybe the environment where you are forced you like into to join the arts because it could have been football, it could have been anything.
well, I was playing football, yes.
Sure.
Football that I was busy with.
Yeah.
I was playing almost like every day.
Sure, and then why did you decide that you wanted to be in theater?
I didn't decide. Let me explain. 1977, mushroom of theater taking place. Then I hear there will be another play being played in a church hall called Moravian Hall. Then I was interested, inquisitive. Then I went. Then when I went, then I saw my brother in a theater play called The Deserter, written by Charles Poole. He's a vendor. He was a vendor young man those days. Yeah. My brother is David Sebe, who is actually playing right now in Mubango.
Yeah,
They
no,
call
sir.
him Kizara. Yes, and I saw him playing before my eyes with this other group of people, singing, dancing, humor, jokes. The play is about the deserter, the men who desert the women. You know, like he's like a playboy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, some playboy of some kind. You know, like it's like a usual township
Yes, sure.
life story of the deserter, but it was beautiful. I'd never seen something like that
Yeah.
in my life. I used to go to church,
Yeah.
ZCC, Zion Christian Church. I was a church goer. My family, my mother, my father, they were brought up by that church, so they used to attend. So I attended.
Yes.
Then I used to sing quite a lot. I used to pray quite a lot. I used to, you know, like I was a leader of the Mukuku. You know, like the Mukuku, the church.
Yes, yes.
Church, the ZCC church. The men, they dance with khaki suits, khaki suits and white shoes. I've worn those things. from a young age, from about 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was holding a whip. They gave me a whip to be the leader of the choir, the church choir. And then I led, and then I remember in Limpopo there, I used to make them dance, like to Mwedane, Muledane, Shayanima, Chisauru, where we used to live. Yeah, and I danced and I danced and I danced. I sang and I sang and I sang. It was so deep inside me. And then we used to sometimes go to the mountains to pray. Then we pray in the mountains in the night. Then I pray until, I felt like I'm like lifted up. Like I'm light inside.
Sure, yes.
I'm light of truth.
Yes.
Of spirituality.
Sure.
Like when you pray, it's like you become in trance. Yeah, it doesn't matter for which church you are praying.
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
You can even pray in your own room. And then if you pray deep inside you, like you with your soul, your everything, you will lift up.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. So you would say that, you being like being active in church with the choir and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and have you having experiences, watching your people on stage gave you that desire to be on stage.
Yes,
as well.
yes. When I watched that play, it deep inside me, then I said, yes, I want to do this thing
Yeah.
also, because it was so fascinating.
Yes.
So that's how I got involved. That's how I was stung with the theater B.
Sure.
Like it stung me. It stung me from that moment.
I hear you.
Then I said I want to do this, and then I tried to voice it out to my brother that I would like to join also. Then he said no. Then I was like Peter, and I thought like no, but he can't say no. But I must find somewhere, but I didn't know where.
Yeah.
Luckily, I met one guy. His name is Tshamano Sebe. He's a vendor again. He passed away. Yeah. I mean, his soul rest in peace.
Yeah. So
That guy, he said he's looking for actors. Then I said, well, I'm not an actor, but I would love to. I would love to join. He said, yes, join. Yeah. And then I said, that's it. I took my sponge. I used to sleep on a sponge in the kitchen under the table. I took my sponge, my blanket. Then I went to stay with him where he was staying. He was staying not at his home, his parents' home, but he was staying at another vendor guy.
Great.
Probably they knew each other from school or so.
Yes. So you can so from there, that's when your theater life begins.
That's when I started learning theater from that guy. That's where I
What's his
came
name?
from.
Just to remember his name.
His name is Alpheus.
Or the one that passed away.
Yeah.
Okay, me. So rest
He
in peace.
came from Gibson Kente.
Oh yes.
Gibson Kente
Yes, I know.
was the highest.
Yes, I know. Gibson
The
Kente.
highest theater maker.
Yes.
Like not just theater maker, composer,
I know.
arranger,
I know.
choreographer, and everything.
Yes.
And then he's the one who has actually put most actors of that time in the man.
Yes.
Like
I got you.
Mary Twala.
Yeah. Talking about big people now.
Mary Twala, yes. Utata, Undaba Mhlongo. Somizi also coming from there.
So amazing song.
Yeah, Somizi. Abantu abanjengo Thomas Mohotlane.
Yeah.
Mohotlane is an actor who was in Gibson Kente's productions as well. He was trained there.
Yeah.
He was a teacher by profession, but he joined the theater, Gibson Kente, and then he became an actor and writer. He wrote the Mampantsula, the movie, directed by Oliver Schmidt. It just recently was actually repackaged. Yeah, and it's on now. You know, like repackaged
Yes,
after
yes.
so many years back.
Yes, it's been reproduced.
They repackaged it, and then it's there to be seen. I know Thomas Mokotlane. I lived with him in the same house.
Yeah,
At some time.
sure.
The same guy, Alfios Sebane, who passed away. He lived. You know, the house was it was in Zone 1. You know, Zone 1
Yes.
and Zone 2, they are divided by just a main road
Yeah,
in Tikloof. It's just, you know, like,
I got you.
it's
I got
just,
you. Yes.
it's just very close. And then
Sure.
we used
Okay.
to stay together there.
So now your life, your theater life goes on in Joburg and all of that. And then at which point you go to Europe? Like, why did you decide to go to Europe?
I didn't decide. You know, like everything just happened
Yeah.
by the will of God.
Yes.
Yeah. After Alfius Siebane's musical theater plays, he wrote 2 musicals called Right is Wrong. And then the next one was called The Roof. With Thomas Mokotlane. That's where I met Thomas Mokotlane, in The Roof. We used to, like I explained, we used to live together in that house with Alfius Sebane. It was Alfius Sebane's girlfriend. Next door, his house. They were just divided by the fence.
Yeah.
But he was not staying at his parents' house. He was staying in this girlfriend's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malifu. I still remember her. I would like to meet her one day.
Okay, just quickly, just 1 second. I think after 30 minutes, ne? Like when you check the camera, I think switch it. You have to switch it off. Switch it on again. Yeah. So you have 3 minutes. So you have still 7 minutes. Oh yeah, there's up. 7 minutes, both of them. Ne? Okay, sure. No, it's fine then. Okay, sure.
Yeah. So I stayed with Thomas Mokotlane in that house for a very long time, and he was composing some of the music, and Alfius also, you know, like another actor was Louis Siboku. Those who know him, they would know him. He's one of the legends. He's one of the people I looked up to because he was like, he was so nice.
Yeah.
The way he played, what a voice. I still remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope we will meet one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You went to Europe.
then this place they got finished. Then my brother again, he was involved in another one, which is like a political theater play by Matsimela Manaka. Matsimela Manaka came to home with David, and then they said they would like to have me for a role in this play called Imbumba, which they were rehearsing. So I came to Moravian Hall again, and then I met Raymond Hlongwane, who was the director. Raymond Hlongwane was the actual guy who actually, we didn't just rehearse. We used to do workshops, theater workshops. Yeah, theater workshops methodically. We used to read books like Stanislavski, Peter Brook, Jerzy Grotowski. Jerzy Grotowski was our main focus because it had to do Jerzy Grotowski towards a poor theater. I still remember the title of the book. Yeah. Towards a poor theater. So the poor theater in that method book, it teaches you, the actor, your body. Your body is your acting tool. It tells you you are a tool. You tool, like you got the voice, you got the physique, you got the hands, you got the, like, you
Yes.
got the legs, and the eyes, and then you train this, you train the body.
Sure.
Like there are exercises to train the body so that it can make your body understand itself
Sure.
and activate itself
Yeah.
and tell a story through your body without all these furnitures. So you you make as though the furniture is there, but while there is no theater,
There's no theater.
there's no furniture. It's pantomime. That's what they call pantomime. So you pantomime most of the stuff. Maybe you can have a chair, or maybe not even a chair as a chair. You can have a stump, a tree stump. You're sitting on it, and then you could be sitting on it, and then it could be like a stair a stair to stand on, like to be above. Maybe you are a pastor or something, or you are whatever, and you create you actually literally create the environment
Sure.
in your story. Yeah, but the body needs to be trained first, because the body is like it's like a let me use the Christian term. It's like you are a heathen. What they call a heathen.
Yes.
You are a sinner.
Yes.
And then you want to be born again.
Yeah.
So you must be born again. Like the sins from your body must be taken out. And then when they are all gone out, then you are born again.
Yeah.
So when you are born again, it means then you are pure again.
Yes.
You are holy again. You are a holy human actor.
Yes.
So when
Got
you
you.
perform on the stage, you don't fake it. You bring it as it is. Like you lay it bare.
Sure.
And then you perform to the best of your ability.
Sure.
Because you got the ability in your body that has been trained, that has been born again. You understand? Yeah. It means you are a tool. You are a tool. You are an equipment. You are a hacksaw. You are a drill. You are a hammer.
Sure.
You are like any instrument that can
got
do
you.
what it does.
Yes, best.
That's you, the actor.
Yes.
So I got trained by that man.
So okay. So you I mean you got all that information, right? So now you get this gig to go to Europe. Someone says that they want you for a role.
No, it was not like that. It was like Matsibela Manaka was writing political theater plays.
Sure.
Matsibela Manaka was a teacher at Madibane High in Zone 3. During 1976, he was already politicized. He was a BCM, Black Consciousness Movement. He knew quite a number of people. And then he was also involved in the politics, in the uprisings of 1976. So when the uprising took place and there was no school left anymore, he didn't go back to, he couldn't, like anyone else, we couldn't go to school, the teachers couldn't go to teach.
Yes.
Because, like,
Yes.
you can't go to school.
Yeah.
The soldiers, they stop you anytime.
Yeah.
And they can, when they see you in groups, standing in the yard, they come in and they chase you and then they get you and then they put you inside.
Sure.
It was like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we were running away all the time. So the only thing we could do was just to be inside, singing songs, writing plays and stuff like that. So Matsix, then as a writer, he then wrote this plays. He had a group called CYA, Creative Youth Association. And Creative Youth Association, it had wings. The theater wing, was Soyiqua African Theater. That's where I fell into that theater, the wing of the theater. And then there was like a musical wing. There was a sculpture wing. There was painting wing. There was a poetry wing. I remember the first play I saw from Matik's poetry. It was called The Horn. Yeah. It was Matsimela Manaka. It was Maishe Maponya. It was Ingwapele Madingwane. Those who know Ingwapele Madingwane is a poet, they will know the book called Africa My Beginning, Africa My Ending.
Yeah.
It's well known internationally because he performed in England as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody like a Linton Kwesi Johnson of South Africa, of Diepkloof. That's Ingwapele Madingwane. And there was like the younger brother of Matsimela on drums. Yeah, and then there was like a Kidi, who was the younger brother of Maishe Maponya. He was playing some side flute. Yeah, and music and poetry. And yes, it was like, it's just a pity. Those days, there was no capture like these cameras here. Like, it would be so nice to watch those things.
Yeah, to watch them.
Yeah. So Matsimela was writing political theater plays, and we did a play called Imbumba Yamanyama.
Sure.
Yeah, and then we did Imbumba Yamanyama for a very long time. We used to perform in political conferences at the university, Vets University. We performed a lot there, performing Imbumba.
Yeah.
It was long. It was almost like a 1.5 hour long of talk, like of a story, mainly slow mo musical.
Sure.
Like the band and
yes.
It's more conversational. It's more storytelling. It's more conscious. It arouses your consciousness. Sure. But people were scared to come to this type of place. Because the police can come in at any time.
Anytime, yeah.
And they arrest everyone who's there, the actors and the audience.
Yes.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
So we performed quite often at the First University, at the Nanara Theater, and then the Box Theater at the First University. And there was a guy called Ian Stademan. He was a lecturer at that time at the drama school at the university. He used to follow us around. He used to come to the township with his students to watch us perform wherever we perform or when we are rehearsing.
Yes.
He would come there. And apparently, I just met somebody who told me he captured quite a number of stuff from us. And then there is I was making that research. There is a Pula. You know the play Pula? Pula was improvised by us. Me, Tshamano Sebe, my brother David Sebe, Ronnie Mkwanazi, Danny Moiti. We actually worked together for a very, we were an ensemble. We were always together all the time at my place in Zone 2 Diepkloof and at Matik's place. We were very close and we trained together as actors. We understood each other very well. We can perform any theater play and we'll more it. Yes. So with this Imbumba was too it was not it was not attractive because people don't want to listen.
Yeah.
They want to dance. They want songs. They want to forget the the politics. Like it's like, hey, scatos,
Yes, yeah.
politics, mona. Utachwarwa, uzongena the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, yabona. So, yeah, people were like that. So then we came with the idea of like, let's do a theater play. It's a political theater play, but it must have the vibe.
Sure.
It must be like exciting.
Was that the one that took you to Europe?
Both the plays.
Okay.
We shortened Imbumba, then we brought in Pula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Imbumba became 30 minutes, and then Pula became 1 hour. So it was a double bill theater play. There was a guy who was the closest friend of Matimela called Rapiche Munchu. Rapiche Munchu was in England, in Birmingham, studying there. Then he communicated with Matix. He secured from the Balsall Heath Church Center. He was studying the study of religion at the Balsall Heath Church Center. And then they invited us to come there to Europe and to the Edinburgh International Theatre Festival, 1983, and then Glasgow International Festival in Scotland, and then in Copenhagen, the Fools for Festival, theatre festivals. And then they bought the tickets, then we flew.
So you flew to all those places?
We flew to all those places, Germany as well.
So it was your first time flying?
It was the first time ever.
Out of South Africa?
Out of South Africa.
How did it feel like?
It felt great because it was not like how South Africa is designed.
At that time?
The South Africa is designed racially and tribally.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the way we live today,
yeah,
it's from the legacy of apartheid. White people don't live with black people. They live separate from black people. And separate a distance away. Black people must travel by taxi to come to work. And then after work, then they must leave again very quickly by taxis or trains and back into their townships where they belong. That's how it has been designed.
Sure.
And it is still like that even today.
Yeah, that can be a little bit of an argument because now at least things have changed.
No, things have changed, but they haven't changed for the better.
Yeah. No,
they must still change.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you there. Yeah. That things still needs to change, but there has been the change. But things still need to change.
There is. I'm not saying. They must not understand me wrong.
Yes.
Things have changed.
Yes.
From the way they were politically.
Yes.
You are no more arrested for a pass.
Or for being black.
Or for being black.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. But there is still some racial.
No, I agree. I agree with you there.
There is still some racial what.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know, the whites, I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah.
But there are those individuals of white Afrikaners who piece on laptops of young black students at the university.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Things like those.
Stellenbosch.
Yeah. And then there's like another one which happened in December on a
swimming pool.
In swimming pool.
Swimming pool. It's in Bloemfontein.
Yeah, like
in Bloemfontein is in Free State.
Those first Asian young guy.
You know,
he was saying this is reserved for whites.
Yeah, it's
still coming again. That mentality, it never dies.
Yes.
It never dies, and I don't know what black people have done wrong to white people.
Yeah.
I would like to ask this question.
So would you say that, the treatment between when you're traveling all over like Europe, it was like a little bit of breather for you guys.
It was a breather because everybody was everywhere,
Anytime.
anytime, and living everywhere where they can afford to live in.
Yeah.
It's not designed according to, well, obviously, I mean, it's Europe. It's a European country.
Yes.
They don't design what they design, like this will say this is for black people.
Yeah.
And this is for white. No, it's a Europe for Europeans.
Exactly.
They designed it the way they want to live their lives in Europe.
What makes sense to them.
Yeah, so everyone who come there, you must just abide by the laws of the country.
Yes, yes.
But you can go anywhere, you can drink anywhere you want, you can go to a park wherever you want, you can sit to any bench you want to sit on. There's no bench reserved for whites and reserved for blacks.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. So that's how Europe is like.
Yeah.
So when you come there, then you can see.
I saw. They still have that bench here in
Yeah, well, it's still there.
I don't know if what's the
It's still there.
What's
There
the purpose?
is a place, a city called Orania.
I know the place. I know
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't want us to talk
Yeah,
about
well,
that.
I mean, yes.
I know about that, trust
Yeah,
me.
but that's just what it is. It's
Yes,
just
yes.
part of the history.
Yes. So you travel Europe. You were when you were traveling Europe, you were doing these two plays.
Yeah.
So these two plays, and then you come back to South Africa, and then back to SA, and then you continue doing plays. And then at which point did you, start doing TV? Because I mean, a lot of people know you, from the Penguin films, TV. What was that name again?
Stockville.
Stockville, yes. So a lot of people know you from Stockville. So was that your first TV gig, or was that any TV? At which point did you decide that now I think I want to try TV? I've been doing this. I want to try TV.
No, you don't know, after our tour, we toured for almost 1.5 years.
Jeez, that was long.
Yeah, we traveled Germany, cities. You can count them by their names.
Yeah.
We traveled there, we performed there under anti-apartheid organizations. We were political. We used to call ourselves freedom fighters on stage, fighting through the mouth.
You know what I've noticed is that in the olden days, your generation, there were those who were politically fighting on the streets, and there were those who were politically fighting through music, and then there were those politically fighting through arts like you guys.
Through arts.
It's almost like it's
It was in all angles.
yes,
Artistically.
yes,
Sculptures.
yeah,
Musicians. Painters.
painters, yes,
Yeah. Actors.
yes, yeah,
Churches.
yes.
Yeah.
So I want listen. I want us to get back to this conversation that we just were talking about now.
Yeah.
And then you traveled 1.5, and then you came back to South Africa, and then
I came back and I didn't want to come back to stay in South Africa. I had bought myself a return ticket. I bought it in Amsterdam. In Amsterdam, I was lucky. I just came I visited a friend in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I flew there, then I stayed for a week. Then I came back, Amsterdam. Then I bought myself a ticket which was valid for a year.
yeah,
I didn't actually even want to leave Europe. I wanted to stay. I wanted to study music.
yeah. Listen, because of we've got 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
So I want us to go back to that equality and racial thingy at some point, but in a different view.
Yeah.
So
Let me put it like this.
okay.
I bought that ticket.
Yeah.
Then I said, I want to be at home so that I can think about this idea that I have in my mind.
Yeah.
So that I'm psychologically sorted in mind. Then it was 1985. Then when 1985, I could feel the township the whole country boiling. Because my home was a home of politics. We used to talk politics.
Yes.
Guys who used to come there, they used to talk politics.
Yeah.
And then I could see that there is an explosion. Then I said, hey, I'm going to leave before this explosion comes
Yeah.
to effect. Let me go to my artistical exile. I'm not a politician.
Yeah.
I'm not a member of any organization.
Yeah.
I support any liberation movement that is going to liberate the country.
Yeah.
That was my politics.
Sure.
In exile, I met people who were politically exiled, ANC members, BCM, PAC, and all of them. And I interacted with them. And they used to ask me, so now that you are here, what are you going to do? Are you applying for political asylum or what? I said, no. Because I knew already, they had told us about political asylum, that it's crazy. It's crazy here. It kills you here.
Plays with your mind.
Yeah, because they take your passport. They take your ID. Then you are left with nothing. Then they put you in a political asylum. Really. Yeah, then you in, you out, you can't work, until they politically declare you a political asylum. Until they stamp that, it takes years. It can take like 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 years.
That's like, okay, so you go there, and then you come back to the country at some stage, right?
No, I didn't come back. I said, I'm not coming back. I'm gone. I'm gone. What am I gonna be coming back for? In this country. No, I'm not gonna come back. After the opportunity that I had, I must use the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I used that opportunity. And I went on my own, and then I talked with all the guys that I know, South Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah. My position is like this. I'm not joining any political party. I am an actor, and then I am an artist, and then I'm here for the arts, and that's all. And I'm here, I'm with you as you are fighting your own political party fights.
Yeah.
Liberation fights.
Yeah.
I'm also fighting the same fight in the arts.
But in a different, yeah.
So you can't tell me anything.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you, but at some stage you did come back to the country.
Well, I came back because the
Yes.
people were free. I saw the people in the boats. When
Yes.
when Mandela was declared he is to be released,
Yes.
I knew already. I got the message. We went to Potsdamer Straße in Berlin,
Yeah.
West.
Yeah.
We went and played drums of jubilation of Mandela getting released, and
Yeah.
all the political prisoners getting released, and all the other ones that will be released, and then now we are into a new state.
Yes.
So then I said, then I can come.
Then you came to the
Then I
country.
came to the country.
I want to know. Then I'm going back to the same question. At which stage you went into the TV?
Well, I
And
mean,
so-
it's not a stage as such. It's like I already acted on film, television in Germany.
Okay.
I used to in Germany, like at that time, 1993.
Sure.
I was actually I had a role in the Kammerspiele in Munich, München. It's called München.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, I speak German. I taught myself German.
Yeah.
And then I learned German, and then I acted in German language, in German theaters with German actors. And then I was doing a play called Kampf des Negers und der Hunde, meaning the fight of the black man and the dog, written by Bernard Marie Cortez. He passed away at a young age. He's a French writer.
Yeah.
He's very popular in Germany. His plays They have been published and translated in German. They play them very often. He's a political writer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That play was actually long, the contract. I used to fly from Berlin to Munich, paid for, not like here in this country. They don't pay for anything. Maybe they can bring you first time, they can't pay you back. When you wanna be at home, they don't even understand why must you be at home when you are employed there.
Why do you
They
think?
don't pay.
Why do you think is
They
that?
don't- yeah?
Why do you think is that?
No, it's still the same thing that we don't invest much into the arts. Thus, you get paid less.
I mean, what would you say? What would you say is the difference between the industry that side and the industry this side? And now you just mentioned right now, that like the paid for part and stuff like that. What's the difference that you'd say the things that makes you unhappy about being in the film and TV industry in this country?
Yeah, no, we don't take note. You know, like the arts, it's still divided somewhere somehow. I'm not saying by the wall, no, not by the wall. It's divided
By people.
by the people's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is white and black.
Okay. I want us to get there.
Yeah,
I want us to talk
white
about it.
and black.
Yeah.
And then white and black, then which means that white people don't want black people.
Why do you think they don't want people?
No, they don't watch.
Or they don't watch? Oh.
Yeah, they can't memorize my name. They know I'm there, but they don't know me. They still don't know me. They you know, like I've got a couple of awards that I've won.
Yeah, no.
More than 7.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, theater also. But when they talk with me, they don't talk with me as a multiple 7 times award winner. They don't celebrate me like that.
Yeah. Do you think
I
people...
mean, I'm not saying I must be celebrated.
Yeah.
I celebrate myself because I know who I am, what worth I am. I celebrate myself every day. But they never celebrate you. They never, it's almost like you are there for the first time. Even though you have been there 40 years of experience,
Yeah.
theater and film. You understand? Whether you got those type of awards, when the remuneration comes, it's always spelled very little. It doesn't lift up. There's no inflation in your worth
Yeah.
year by year. It still becomes the same.
So what do you think is the problem? What do you think causes that?
Well, the problem is that we don't take things serious.
Who, like us, the actors, or
The mindset. The
production
mindset is still the mindset of apartheid. Of, you know, like
I hear you.
whites, they know us as nannies and daddies and garden boys.
I hear you.
They know us like that.
Yeah.
When they have to pay you, if they are to pay you 150,000 rand, they can rather think, no, let's pay him 70. Not 150. What is he gonna do with so much money? He's gonna get drunk. Because we are known like as drunkards or something. We drink. You give him that money, he's gonna drunk, he's gonna get drunk, and he's not gonna come back to work. Because he's got papalas.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But the mentality is like that.
Yeah.
We don't value ourselves. We don't value each other. You understand? When a man has got value, then he becomes valueless. He's regarded as next of swart. Yeah, as next. It can eat. Yeah, it's not swart, it's not tosa, is it? Can execute omni. It's tosa or Zulu. You know, like it's all tosa or Zulu.
Yeah.
You know, like black South Africans are like tosa or Zulu.
Yeah.
Whenever you appear somewhere,
Xhosa
they
or
ask
Zulu.
you, you from South Africa? So you are Zulu. It's not like the mentality, even the international mentality, things like that, because things are projected one-sided.
Yeah.
It's like there's only Zulus and Xhosas here in this country.
Yeah.
But the Fenders and the Tongas are there. And then the Ndebelers and the Swatis and the Balobedi, Bahasi Kukune, Bapedi, Batokwa. You know, we are so many, but we don't feature anywhere, not even in the national anthem.
So, I mean, but Tshamano, do you think, for us not to be, for other like for other languages or whatever, like not to be on things like not being recognized, don't you think now it's not just a racial problem, but it's a problem because now the country is run by black people, right? By a black party. So don't you think that now it's their responsibility to fix those issues that were not there in the beginning? I know, like in terms of like when it comes to some other things, I know we had a lot of like as I'm talking to you right now, I'm glad that you are touching base on this issue when it comes to our industry, because right now we are currently currently having that huge fight with, with some, I don't want to mention, departments or names, but we're currently on a huge fight with them at the moment, because we want change in our industry, because there's no change. We need equality, we need transformation, we need change, equality regardless of gender, equality regardless of what gender you are, regardless of what color you are, because especially when it comes to Cape Town, we're still divided in our industry, what do you think about that part of the world in our industry when it comes, obviously, a lot of us young filmmakers and even old filmmakers are running to Joburg because why? They feel like Joburg has more opportunities, even though Joburg has no more opportunities anymore because it's a lot of people in Joburg that have taken, you know what I mean? So, but even though there's still a lot of people in Joburg, there are lesser opportunities. They still feel like they still have a chance in Joburg than in Cape Town. Even though in Cape Town, it's like the world can be anyone and be anyone's oyster, but we feel like as black people in Cape Town, opportunities for us are not as great as, white people.
Yeah, yeah. It goes with the history of the cities. Cape Town has been a subdued city, with a lot of potential, like touristic wise.
Yes.
The environment, it's got its own beauty. The sea,
Yes.
like the sea, both sides.
Yes.
Western Cape, yeah, Cape Town, Atlantic, Indian.
Yeah.
Like we can, even in winter time,
Yeah.
you can feel like it's summer,
Yeah.
but it's winter.
That's true.
Then you are out at the seaside, with the coastal side, like you run around, maybe you are with the family. The ones who go to the city, I'm not talking about the ones who don't even think about going to the city because they are stuck in the township.
Sure.
They can't think about the the beach. Because the beach is wet in the sand. I sand.
Yeah.
Then it's rather better. The tlale tavern.
Sure.
Selutwala.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but before we finish, because I think we've got 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why do you think the feeling is the same to 95% of black people when it comes to who are in the industry? Feel like they would rather go and wait for opportunities in Joburg than sitting in Cape Town and just serving as another assistant, serving another, you never get to a point where you are an HOD. Like I was making an example in one of the podcasts, in one of the episodes, that every time when I was doing a lot of commercials and some other things, every time when I'm shooting something, black people will always come to me and ask me, "Are you from Joburg?" Because all black directors should be from Joburg. There can't be any black director in Cape Town.
Well, it's a mindset also. Like I was explaining that the cities are different. Joburg is
Yeah.
a magnet.
Yeah,
It's a golden magnet. It's bigger.
sure.
Yeah. The space is massive. So it will always attract people.
Yes.
Not only people from Cape Town or Durban.
Yeah.
It attracts people from across Africa.
Yes.
The Somalis, the Eritreans, the Ethiopians, the Sudanese, Zambians, Zimbabweans, Malawians, they are all here
Yes.
in all the cities. They are not concentrated in Johannesburg. Maybe they might come to Johannesburg because that's where everybody comes to. But then they start realizing, no, there's Cape Town, there's Durban.
But that's not the point, Tshamano. My point is that we, as like for instance, specifically film industry
Yeah.
in Cape Town,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not the same.
Well, it's not the same, but it is still the same.
Yes, it's the same because it's the same format. It's the same thing what they do in Joburg film industry wise. But when it comes to opportunities, let me put it like that.
The opportunities are in Cape Town.
Yes, they are in Cape Town, but
they
they're not.
are in Cape Town.
Yes.
There is more movies being shot in Cape Town than in Joburg,
Yes,
for instance.
but the point, Tshamano, is that the problem is that what most of the black brothers and sisters have is that in Cape Town I will always be a spark. I will always be a gaffer. I will never be I will never be a gaffer in Cape Town as a black man. I will always be a spark. I will always be an assistant grip.
You know what?
I will never be the boss of the grips.
You know what?
Yes. But in Joburg, I get in Joburg, my agent, one thing agent gets me a gaffer job now and then as a black person.
You know what?
Yes.
Because the companies are owned by white people. So do you think like they're gonna make you a boss of something? Because they own the production companies.
Yeah.
It's not a black production company.
Yeah.
Until you have your own black production company,
Yeah.
then you do the same. Get your own people who are skilled, not just like
Yeah.
Sibafaka Jing or Bamnyam.
Yeah.
No,
Skilled.
it's all about skills.
Yeah.
In anything.
Yeah.
In white people's things, they put skill too,
Yeah.
and labor. Skill and labor.
Yeah.
The company always flourish. ShopRite is ShopRite from Cape Town to Messina.
Yeah.
Woolworth is Woolworth from Cape Town to Messina.
Yeah.
Right through the breadth of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
And abatandaz and abasebenzisi amayeza.
Yeah.
Yenangola. Abasebenzisi amayeza.
Yeah.
Basebenzisa is skill.
Yeah.
And their companies flourish all the time, continuously.
Yes.
So only the skills, only the entrepreneurship
Yeah.
from you black guys, skilled people,
Sure.
you have to do your thing. It, there's no one who's gonna put it in your plate.
Yeah, but Tshamano, it shouldn't be about that's the
Well, it is about like that because it's happening like that.
yes.
Even for me
but-
as an actor.
Yes, Tshamano, I understand that it's happening like that, right?
Yeah.
But somehow we should find a solution where,
With a solution with who?
like with everyone, where everyone feels like Tshamano, they're appreciated, they're accepted, where they feel like they've got opportunities. Like black people in Cape Town, white people in Joburg, they've got opportunities. Most of white people in Joburg, they've got opportunities.
Yeah,
but in Cape,
No, because the Joe Beggars, they talk.
exactly. But
Yeah, they talk. They are not scared of whites.
yes.
Yeah, ni abasaba.
That's the thing. That's what I've been. That's what I've always said when Tshamano, that our black brothers and sisters in Cape Town, they will always talk behind the scenes, but when it comes to facing the people, they are afraid.
Ni abasaba abelungu. Well, I don't mean literally like that. Ukuthi ni abasaba abelungu. They must not get me wrong.
Yeah.
And ostracize me
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
But I know we are not open enough. We are not straightforward enough. We don't talk. We don't talk the talk
Yes.
and walk the walk. That is the main factor. Me, as I am as an actor, I'm not saying the mon or the petiri or what.
Yes.
No. I apply the same method. I've been applying it from in Europe.
Yes.
Yeah. I applied my sense of being,
Yeah.
my sense of consciousness,
Yes.
my politicalness.
Yeah.
When I speak, I speak.
Yeah.
And then when I look. I don't blink. I trained my eyes for that, for stage work, stage performance. When I look at you, I look at you. I'm not gonna blink.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So
When I talk, I talk.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared whether you are white, whether you are a Russian,
yeah.
or you come from Ukraine, and then you are full of vodka, and then you are bitter, and then you are angry. No, I'm not scared of either the angry one and the happy one.
Sure. So Tshamano, unfortunately, we have to finish now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, we can finish now.
So because I'm just looking at the time
Otherwise,
now.
I can talk non-stop.
Yeah.
I don't mind talking non-stop because I'm ready to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I must talk.
Yeah.
Before, I used not to talk. When I was young, I was very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then people played on top of my head. And they called me names.
Mm.
And then they undermined me. But I was not quiet because I was quiet. I was like quiet and listening. There is a difference between quiet and quiet and not listening.
Yeah.
You're quiet and you are my main. I'll phone you.
Sure.
Or you're born. Yeah.
Got you.
So I was quiet and listening because I wanted to listen and learn from the ones who are talking too much. Then I realized that they just talk too much. They don't do too much. They're just talking.
Yeah.
And I said, I know, to hell with this.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to start talking. When they call me names, then I call them names too.
Yeah. Tshamano, we have to end it here.
Yeah.
So guys, the conversation, it's still gonna continue. Like, as Tshamano is saying that, the problem is that, we don't stand for ourselves enough in Cape Town, which is true. It's something that I've always been saying, that, we always say things from behind, But when it comes to we have to face the issues that we are dealing with, no one wants to come forward, which is the problem that we have as the black guys in the film industry in Cape Town. So for me, it's not about color, as I always said, it's not about color, it's not about black or white. For me, it's all about working together. I want us to get into a point where opportunities are enough for everyone. We don't find our black sisters and black brothers who say, I'm not getting paid enough, but I'm higher than this person on set, but this person is getting much more money than me, and I was training this person was my trainee, and now this person is my my HOD. Those things, those are the things that black people have been complaining about in Cape Town since for years. We can't hide them anymore, so almost like this podcast is almost the mouth of those who are afraid to talk, because we want to talk for you. Like, I wish we had enough time, so Tshamano, we can have this conversation for even longer time with Tshamano, but unfortunately we don't have enough time. So guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode. Truly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tshamano. Appreciate your time, sir. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so thankful and grateful to grace this place. This man I haven't seen in a long time. COVID hid away us from each other. Yeah. And now here we come again, we meet again. And hi Gabi, I don't mean it in a bad manner. I just mean I have to put it as it is, because there's no time to, there's nowhere to hide. Like you can ungaza hide emgodini or entabeni, sizokuthola khona emgodini nasemgodini, angeke uzifihle nathi singazifihli apha. Masibhodle lento le, sibhodlele emoyeni ivakale ukuba ibhodle.
Yes, that's yes. That was the episode for today. Thank you so much, Tshamano. Thank you so much, guys, for everything. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Cheers.